Stop nagging me. Leave me alone, man. Leave me the fuck alone. Why you bothering me? Stop bullying me.
What's good, everybody? Make sure you smash that like button before watching the video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet already, because what the hell are you waiting for? Make sure you turn on that notification bell so that way whenever I upload a new video, you can come through and show some love. You already know what it is. So Russell Wilson is making headlines yet again, and this time it's because he is urging Ciara to take Future off child support. Yes, you heard correctly, guys. He is fed up with Future's shenanigans, and according to him, Future either takes too long to pay or doesn't pay at all. Sometimes he goes months without paying, and he is just trying to convince Ciara to tell him, you know what, Future, we good over here. We don't need your money. We don't need your pennies. We don't need your coins. And I got this. I really find this kind of odd if this is even true, because this is allegedly, because he went recently, it was reported that he went to this radio station in Chicago, and that's where he just pretty much went off. I find it weird because it's like, okay, Russell, he just signed a huge contract. He's the highest paid and first African-American quarterback to be getting paid the money that he's paying. So congrats to him. I did a video on that also. Make sure you guys watch it. I'll leave the link in the description box down below. And that is all good and dandy, but to take it to the point where now you don't want Future not even to pay a dime, that it to me is like slowly but surely just removing him out the picture until he just is obsolete altogether. And that is like a huge risk, because okay, you and Ciara are married, have been married for a couple of years now. You guys seem happy, at least from the outside looking in, and that's all good. But to have him not pay money at all just because you are financially stable and you feel secure with the relationship, okay, I get that part. That's great. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to let Future, as the father, as the biological father of that boy, let him pay and do his job. Because what you don't want is then let's say if things between you and Ciara doesn't work out, and God forbid, I mean, I'm not wishing bad upon them at all. Much respect to them. They're a great example of a married couple thus far. Again, from the outside looking in, because we don't know what goes on behind closed doors with people's lives. But at the end of the day, you do not want him not to pay, and then Ciara is just going to be feeling stupid. Let's say, like, again, if you and her relationship doesn't work out, you guys break up, and just so happens that the divorce gets nasty, because we've all seen several couples in the limelight that they look all happy on Instagram, all happy in the red carpet, on interviews they're cheesing and they seem so in love and they're gushing, and then turn around, they're breaking up, they're filing for divorce. Either the woman leaves the man and she files for divorce, or the guy goes and moves on with another woman and gets somebody else's pregnant, and it's just a big mess. It can get pretty messy from one day to the other, kind of like night and day, and we already know how that goes. We've seen it play out one too many times. So the article reads, looks like Russell Wilson is possibly throwing a bone to his wife's ex Future. According to the reports, Russell is urging Ciara to relieve her ex Future of all child support payments for their son. Russell Wilson just signed the biggest contract in NFL history, and the Wilson family is financially sound. Currently, Future has been ordered to pay child support to Ciara by a court, and Future has claimed to be paying $15,000 a month. And Wilson has debunked that myth and claims Future only pays around $2,000 a month, which is not usually paid on time or consistently. Due to the stress Future causes Ciara, and Future Jr. said he just doesn't want his wife to deal with it. Here's what Russell Wilson had to say during an interview with paparazzi. I don't like seeing my son and my wife stressing about such minuscule amount of money. Ciara and her ex constantly argue because he's not consistent and can go months without even paying. I can provide for my family without his little coins. Oh shit. Russell is feeling bold as hell now. And he even calling Future's money little coins. That's kind of like, that's shady, bro. I'm sure he needs the money more than we do. Oh, Russell, you getting real messy now. I mean, is Ciara putting a battery on your back? I mean, hey, I'm not trying to be messy myself here, but we already know that Future has several kids, and he just had one the other day. And yes, we know that he is, he got one kid's too many, and he has multiple baby mamas at that. But one thing that I've yet to see in any headline or anybody speak of is, up until now, is Future not paying any money at all and not taking care of his kids, because that's one thing that I can at least say that Future does. Now, I don't know if he's going to be taking care of this recent one, because he wasn't even at the baby shower for this alleged, and I say alleged because he doesn't claim this woman. Like, he doesn't claim ever being with this woman like that. And he's pretty much just trying to let people know that he's not even sure if that child is his, but we're eventually going to find out sooner or later. And I wouldn't be surprised if that child is indeed his and he just doesn't want to keep making any more child support payments. But anyway, and let's continue. He's got other kids in need. No need for him to overextend himself, because we are set for generations ahead of us. I would say it's less about the money and more about the principle. That being said, Ciara and Russ have all the resources to take care of Future Jr. Not a bad problem to have. Okay. Now, again, what I think about this is that number one, Russell Wilson, I never have seen or heard him talk like this, if this is even true, but he is getting very bold with it. And Ciara, it plays an influence, I guess. And I can totally understand. I mean, I'm not married, but I can totally understand that the frustration that this kind of situation can bring, the whole baby mama and baby daddy situation. But that is something that Russell knew prior to getting with her, and he was well aware of when they started dating and before he married her. So he already knew what it was. Okay, and he already knew what kind of man Ciara allowed to, shoot up the club and have a baby with. So it's like, okay, bro, you knew what it was when you got with Ciara. You know the baggage that she was bringing, and you accepted it. And now you're having a problem with the whole back and forth, or whatever communication her and Future have. Whether you like it or not, that's just something that it just comes with the territory. And my opinion is, let them deal with it. I know that you're the husband. I know that you have plenty of money. You are worth more than Ciara and Future combined, it's safe to say. And that is great. But at the end of the day, they have a son together prior to you being in the picture. Yes, you have a daughter with Ciara, and that's great. She's a beautiful little girl. But at the end of the day, little Future is Future's biological son. And again, there has been no report anywhere about Future not seeing his son at all, or not even trying to take care of his son. Yes, Ciara has been taking him to court, and there's been articles about her complaining about him not being, not taking little. I've yet to see or read anything about Future not being an active father, period, with any of his baby moms. So at the end of the day, Russell, you got to fall back on this one and just let Ciara and Future handle their situation to the best of their ability. And if Ciara decides on her own that she wants to just relieve Future of any child support payments, or have him not do anything at all, because she said out of her mouth and with her actions, like, you know what, Future, we good over here. We don't need anything. Little Future doesn't want for nothing. I'm going to have Russell, or Russell is happily willing to do everything that you are doing and more, then let her make that decision, because she's the mom and Future is the dad, whether you like it or not. whether nobody likes it, at the end of the day, that's who Ciara chose to lay down with and procreate with. And this is something that you're just going to have to let it unfold itself. Also, what if things do not work out between you and her? I can't stress this enough. What if things, suddenly don't work out? You have a change of heart, you meet somebody else, she meets somebody else, or whatever happens, all right? And you think that the relationship between you guys is so secure, everything is good, y'all in love, y'all so happy right now, but we have seen this play out one too many times with people even way richer than y'all. So, black couples, white couples, we've seen a little bit of everything in Hollywood. So it's like, you do not want to, play yourself, better yet, because if things don't work out, then Ciara, and you're trying to make Ciara make this decision, this kind of irrational, sporadic decision, and then she listens to you, then she takes him off child support, things doesn't work out with you, now she's asked out. Because you can have a change of heart about her too, and then you might just, walk away from the relationship, only leaving her with whatever she's gonna get, and then she's over there upset because now you guys are not together, another failed relationship. Future, she decided to take him off any child support, any obligations, because you put that in her ear, and now she's gonna be she's truly gonna be a bitter baby mama if she's not right now, which I don't think she is. Some people think she is, but I'm just saying that she doesn't give off that at all. Like she reeks of positive energy and happiness right now. But those kind of decisions is something that she has to really take into consideration and look at every single aspect and not just go by emotion or just because you're pressing her about it, because she's gonna end up regretting it. Also, Future might be really petty because he's already petty right now. So just imagine you pushing him to these limits, and he might just say, you know what? F both of y'all and F that kid and forget y'all. And he's just gonna walk away from out of little Future's life altogether. And I don't think that any of you guys, well, maybe you, Russell, but I don't think that Ciara deep down does not want that either, because it's not fair to little Future for him to suffer, because he's not suffering now. So I don't know what you're talking about. And also, little Future is not supposed to be aware of what goes on with grown people's business. So he should know how much Future's getting paid, when Future is paying this child support, if he didn't pay the child support, what he's buying him or whatnot. That's little Future. That's none of his business. His business is supposed to be a kid and a happy kid, and for you guys to put good examples, in front of him. So to, lead by example, and also speak positivity into the child, and do not speak negatively on his father, especially if you're not the biological father. Do not do that. That's just setting stuff. You're setting him up for other things that may not affect them now, but later on when he gets older, is gonna be affecting him. So I really am not a fan of that. And again, I have no problem whatsoever with Russell Wilson. I love them. I like him and Ciara and the whole little family unit they got going on. It's a good look, again, from the outside looking in. But at the end of the day, let Ciara and Future handle their business as little Future's parents, and let them deal with whatever baby mama, baby daddy situation they have, even though you are now married to her and that's your wife. But you have to keep in mind of, under what circumstances you met her and you decided to have a relationship with her, and not only that, get married to her. So it is what it is. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Do you think that if this is true, is Russell doing too much? Is he really feeling a little too bold and popping off now because he signed that big contract and he's just feeling himself a little too much? Is he being messy? Is he starting something that might get a little too messy and also could end up, with physical altercation? I'm just saying, though, because he's really pushing things to the limit, and Future has been, even though Future pops off every now and then off the mouth, we've yet to see Future get physical. But there's only but so much a person can take before it can get pretty messy. I'm just saying though. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I catch you later. Love you guys. Bye.
By God's grace, I met my husband actually almost like 10 months after I declared that. But I also declared what I wanted to have. Like I was very clear and very specific. You know, I was like, I want to make sure I'm really living life the right way. I want to make sure I'm living life in a fruitful way. Again, it's, you know, also I understood the power of self-love. Self-love was huge for me, understanding how important that was. Because if I love myself right, then I could love the right way and also be loved the way that I deserved.
That's right.
And so that was game-changing for me.